Amazing.
Amazing.
Is your
Give
horse
it a
amazing?
lick. It tastes just like raisins with the stroke of its mane. It turns into a plane. And then it turns back again when you tug on its winky. That's dirty. Do you think so?
Welcome to Newscasters.
That's not
Fucked
who
it up
we
again.
are.
Yeah, I don't know if you could really classify what we do called news.
No.
Okay.
Well,
it is. It's news.
well, we are kind of newsy, but yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to News Invaders, the
That's-
podcast that you need to care about.
That's who we
And let
are.
me start it off by saying that I am Dr. Skitzo, and I put the fun and mental in the fundamentals of gaming. This is Digital Hero. He's the man when it comes to teraflops. This is Sith Aggressor, and Sith Aggressor is an evil, evil Sith, and he watches a lot of Netflix. And he has a pussy named Josie. And this is I Am Voodoo, and he's angry and from Texas. And we're here to tell you the news. So, hello, boys. How you doing?
Good. Very good.
Good.
Time to grab.
I'm
your
actually
Xbox
not
controllers.
angry.
You're not angry? Oh,
No,
He's disgruntled.
doing
podcast
quite
is
well.
over. Podcast is over.
you need to go and do a retraction, sir.
No,
For
it's,
what?
it's recording live. You can't do a
That's it.
retraction. It's over.
That's it.
It's it.
Yeah, you are angry.
It's all
So, what's
over.
everybody been up to this week or what? Tell me, boys.
Well, we played some Monster Hunters. We were slamming down with that. That's actually kind of a fun game.
It's
We've
kind
been
of a
trying
Destiny
to knock
replacement.
out.
Oh, shit.
It's a Destiny
It is.
replacement.
What we're gonna get into that here in a minute because Destiny's been
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
they've
Oh,
got shit
shit.
going.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. One thing at a time, sir. Whoa.
I understand, but Monster Hunter is actually pretty fun for what it is. It's
Yeah.
It's a little confusing to start off with. There is a ton of reading to do, and that fucking hurts
know
my
how
brain.
much you hate
You're from
that.
Texas. You don't like the readings. I don't like.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
enjoying the hell out of some Monster Hunter. And you know what? I was
Yeah.
kind of afraid when Voodoo came in because he looked like he was going to fucking not stay around. I was like, but now, maybe. You might have him now.
The loot system about building shit and building up your armor and weapons. You know me, I like those kind of games.
Yeah.
We've discussed it in game about we don't care much for the matchmaking and how it works. The mechanics of it are terrible.
It's a little.
Yeah.
bit
That's something that
yeah.
definitely needs to be revamped.
I need to fix that. Yeah.
The whole squad thing, and then you have to have the leader of the squad invite you to the squad, but no other squad members can
Yeah.
invite you to the squad. But
Yeah.
somebody can invite you to kind of a side party kind of thing. That's all fucked up.
Yeah, it really is. And the
Yeah,
fact
they need to fix that.
the
Sure.
cutscenes, that if somebody has seen a cutscene and you haven't, you can't join with them. And sometimes it leads to like people having to answer SOSs instead of actually go into the game with them. That's all bullshit. I don't like that. You know, that makes it so that it keeps breaking you out of the world, right? When you go in
Yeah.
there, you want to be immersed in there. And you're with your homie. You're going to do some shit like Borderlands. Borderlands 3, come on. But I'm telling you, that's
That's not happening.
that's what we want.
It's not
But
gonna
you keep
happen.
breaking that illusion. Don't
No.
you break that illusion on me.
It's not going to happen. It's none of that, or maybe
No.
some of that. or
It's
maybe-
gotta happen.
All right, it'll be some. Yeah, of course it is. It's a money making machine.
Oh, yeah.
I've been deep into Celeste, man. I've been working most of the week, so I've only been getting to play games kind of like on my Switch, like nighttime, hanging out with the wife on the couch kind of thing before bed. Sometimes when I should be in bed, but still playing it. But yeah, no, I'm deep into Celeste, man. It's fucking awesome. It's a sweet
Yeah.
game. I'll be so bold to say Game of the Year contender for this year.
God damn, that's a
It's-
bold statement,
That's-
sir.
yeah,
fucking-
and it's
it
early
is-
for that one.
Bold
Real early.
statement, sir.
It's
Huh?
very early for that, but I'm standing by it, man. It is fucking polished as shit. It's unique.
Yeah.
The story
Deals with real
is
shit.
unique. It deals with real shit. It's a platforming game wound up with story metaphors, and it's just beautiful. Go get it. It's on Xbox. It's on Switch. It's on PlayStation. Go buy it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, I think I have to now. I mean, you've been talking about it last week, but shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
year contender.
And then
Well,
other than that,
No, it's definitely cool.
I've been doing the arduous task of trying to beat through Zelda as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get through Breath of the Wild before the end of, my life, it seems. It's not going. It's not going very well because there's too many other fucking things that come out. But I'm a monster.
Well, how do you rate it? Like as a Zelda game?
Breath of the Wild. It's the best Zelda game.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
Bold statements all day.
It's the best, and that's me coming off of. And I'll give you this one too. That's me coming off of Link to the Past being my personal favorite, and I didn't like Ocarina of Time as much as everybody else did. I like it.
Yeah.
But everybody else like literally shits their pants over it, and then like a remake comes out, and it's just like and like people's faces explode.
I think that's because it was like.
I've tried it on.
Well, it was like Ocarina of Time was like what the first sort of real 3D Zelda.
Yeah.
Like on N64, wasn't it? So it was kind of it was
new for the time. You know,
it was probably that generation too. It's like our Link to the Past on Super Nintendo was their, Ocarina of Time. So it's all about the generation, right?
It is, yeah. Yep. And I predominantly missed a lot of the N64 generation because I was kind of on that, Sony side of that Nintendo Sony fight. If you're not familiar with that fight.
Check out definitely on PlayStation.
Yeah, check out Gaming Historian. They've got a really good video on the fight between Sony and Nintendo. Basically, the quick and dirty of it is Sony and Nintendo had a massive falling out. Sony decided to go and make their own system. Nintendo decided to go with Philips, and it fucking shit the bed. And so what ended up happening is the minds who came up with the Nintendo PlayStation, which there is a prototype of. Those minds split, and then they went and made the PlayStation on their own, and then Nintendo ended up having the N64, which then later they turned into, obviously GameCube was after that. So that's kind of how that goes. And everybody laughed at Sony when they came out, but now we know what happened.
That was definitely on PlayStation, went to Xbox, and never looked back.
They might,
I hear you.
PlayStation might be sticking around. Maybe.
Yeah, it might be around a little bit longer.
They keep on doing what they're doing. They might make it one day.
Let me tell you about a couple of days ago. Robo is doing what he always does and trying to convince me to play Siege again.
Get in.
And
I don't know.
I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it, right? And then I remember that the Zombies is coming out.
That's why you got to get in it.
And I am the Outbreak mode, and I have it downloaded, and I played a couple of rounds last night on casual, so I'm back in.
You know the beauty of Siege is that it came out, it was fucked.
Yeah.
And they actually went back and they fixed everything to the point where it's not even close to the way it was when they first released it, but now there's so much additional content. It has such a wicked community, and it's a game that I've been going back to now for when did it come out? 2014? I can't remember when it came out, but it's been years now, and I've been going back.
It's on its third year now.
Yeah, it's like year 3, and I've been going back to it year after year. Every time they drop new content, every season pass I've bought, everything. Now I haven't spent real world currency on the gear or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll go that far because loot boxes are bad.
Yeah.
Well, it's not loot boxes; it's microtransactions. They're bad too. Stop it! Don't do those.
Well, I mean, it's nothing that you have to have. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
It's cosmetic.
You need to earn everything in game.
They've also said that there's going to be 50 new cosmetic items because it's called the Chimera update, and it's going to have the Outbreak on it, and it'll have new operators and maps, all the same kind of shit. But the zombie one is what I'm interested in. It's PvE, and they said there's going to be 50 new cosmetic items. They said, but the loot boxes will never give you an advantage. They made sure to put that shit in there. Ubisoft was like, never will you have an advantage over anybody. This is just look pretty.
Well, that's one of the beauties of Rainbow Six is that it's 100% skill based. If you suck, you just straight up suck, like, and that's all there is to it. You just need to get better. You can't buy your way to victory in that game.
Do you hear that, everybody that sucks at Siege? If you suck, it's on you.
Hashtag get better.
It's all you. Yep. It's all you. When you play a game like that, that's the best kind of game. When you're playing it and you die, you don't feel like I got fucked. What's wrong with this game? No, you're like, I did bad, and now I know what I did, and I'm going to get better. And that's the best kind of game.
That's right.
Unless you're Skitzo, and then you're just terrible at all
But
games.
you know-
all the time.
But you know what? Consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key.
That's true. That's true. He's very consistent at being bad.
I
No,
am.
That's
I am.
awesome. No, that's fantastic. I'm glad that they've come out with some new content.
Is the thing though? Is it for like a limited time? This outbreak?
Yeah, the actual outbreak mode is for a limited time, and you can only go into it with certain operators. Like there's going to be a lockdown of certain operators. You just can't bring anybody in there.
Okay.
Oh.
So, and
Do you
it's
think this is a
Team of
trial?
three.
Do you think this is some sort of trial run to say, hey, let's the zombie thing might be kind of done, so let's kind of dip our toe in the water and see what we get. And then
I think
if
so.
people jump on, they're like, fuck yeah, here you go. Here's your zombies and your fucking...
Yeah, well, fucking.
Right?
Or it could be
I
like
was-
it could be some kind of test for a new game. You know, who
Yeah.
knows? They're
Yeah.
trying to see if they can interest you in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely interested in trying it now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
hear that
Yeah,
Battle
get on it.
Royale. That might...
I kind of want to check it out just to see how it is because I loved the zombie series from Call of Duty. I fucking loved it. I played every single one. I did all the Easter eggs. I was one of those dudes posting videos on how you do shit. Now the new one, I did play it. What was the new one on the World War II?
World War II.
I played that, and they are so fucking convoluted now with so much shit that you have to do. That's just in game. It's not secret. It's not all the stuff that I really loved about the first editions, like off World at War.
Yeah.
It's just become almost a chore to do, and it's not like fighting waves and going and finding a secret real quick. It's like you're constantly having to do something, and I want to see it go back to a more simplistic style.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I was totally fucking disinterested with this Call of Duty's zombie mode. I never
Yeah.
played it. I was just...
It was
I
a big
think-
pain in the ass. I tried it a few
Yeah.
times.
I honestly think I'm Call of Duty'd out. I get it. We went back to World War II, which is great. Like, this is arguably the best entry into the series in a long time, but like
Like the last 3 or 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, I am done. I'm done with it. I'm done with the space. I don't need to shoot people in this war. or
wall
that
running
war,
and shit.
This made
Yeah,
up
but-
war
yeah.
or whatever, right? It's just
If I want to go do that, I'll play
UIP
fucking
time.
Titanfall.
yeah.
Oh
Titanfall
man,
did it,
Titanfall
right?
2 was great.
Titanfall 2 was awesome.
great.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is it got murdered because it was in a wrong time. And some might say that it got
Time.
assassinated for getting dropped like that.
Yeah.
But,
He was way
who
ahead
had
of
to say
his time.
shit like that? I'm not here
Yeah,
to say shit like that.
Tell you what, man. See, single player in Titanfall 2 is fucking awesome. See,
It
whenever
is,
you
yeah.
get the ability to jump between dimensions or whatever that was, that's fucking awesome. Like,
I was emotionally
Brilliant.
connected to my mech. I was
Yeah.
like, shit. But, I wish dragons and shit like that. Who knows?
Sweet nothings
Luck
in it.
you
Dragons.
hate West Dragons, Skitzo.
Luck
We know
dragons,
that.
you fuck.
But you say that you kind of like the fact that the jetpacks are gone and shit. So like, rumor has that we might get a Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this year,
I hear that.
and that's boots on
Yeah,
the
it's
ground.
see, not.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
is that a maybe or is that a confirm?
there's
As
no
far as I know,
but
is it not confirmed? No.
It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's very much looking like it's going to happen because when they were talked to about it and they were talking about Anthem, it was very much like it was there. They were like, no,
Yeah.
there's something else going to happen this
Right.
year. But
Okay.
nobody really knows.
Okay.
I don't know. If they're going to put out something like that, I would like to see them bring it back into the realm of right now reality, not jetpacks, not fucking mech suits.
Well,
Yeah.
If you're going to do it put like the original Black Ops, something
Yeah.
like that, but maybe a modern day instead of back in the 60s and 70s.
well, they put up a job post, and the job post said you must be at least one prestige in Black Ops 3, and you have to have a lot of knowledge on new military technology. So I think they're trying to keep it right around here, is what they're trying to
Okay.
do.
You know what I would like to see, and it's totally off. It would never work in really a Call of Duty franchise, but it would be one of those different directions that the franchise could take to be super fucking cool and fresh and new.
So-
Would be like a Cold War CIA versus KGB kind of stuff, and it would be all like fucking spies and infiltration and getting each other's information and using it against the other team and stuff like that. I think that would be
That just-
fucking sweet.
That
But
makes me think of 007.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it would be way off the fucking wall for that series to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not gonna mess with the hey, let's go in here and shoot stuff and blow stuff up.
Yeah.
I seriously doubt Call of Duty's gonna have anything that's an entire sneak game.
Yeah.
They may have one mission that's you gotta sneak through this, but
and then because you can't drop a $200 million fucking blockbuster game like that, like it's, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, what about Battlefield Bad Company 3? Possibly. Could be pretty cool.
That'd be alright.
Like Bad Company 2 is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I
next
played
edition.
it, but I don't remember it. I remember playing Bad Company 1 and I loved it.
Bad Company 2 is
don't
just
recall
the same,
2.
but just bigger.
Yeah.
Pretty
And I
much
know
it.
I've got EA Access Hub. Like I know I've played that shit at some point in
You
time.
still have EA access?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think about dropping it in general just because of fucking
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Yeah,
man.
Game Pass far
Okay,
better.
30 bucks a month ain't fucking worth it when it's $10 a month on Game Pass.
That's EA access 30 a year, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. It's 30 a year.
Yeah, 30 a year, but then I mean Game Pass is way worth it.
I got something I want to talk to you about, Voodoo. I know you're the only one in here that can properly respond to this without shitting all over it instantly as soon as it comes out of my mouth.
Whoa! Never underestimate my power of shitting on things,
listen.
sir.
You're not going
I'm
to say
just
that ugly
saying.
D word, are you?
I have to. And you know what? I'm out of that relationship. I've managed to escape.
Because we
And it
told
was
you.
painful.
We told you the next time
are
you
we
get
gonna talk
beaten,
about
we're
this?
not fucking taking you back. You've been
You got it.
beaten
That's it.
by her too
I'm-
many
Are
times.
we going to talk about this?
I only have to talk
So-
about it, man, because the people need to know.
We're talking about Destiny. We're coming back to the old Destiny.
Hmm.
And they're changing the
So-
Shitefalls.
I'm gonna
Oh,
They're
Nightfall.
changing
Sorry.
shit. They're moving shit in the right direction from what it sounds like. This motherfucker, sit your ass back down.
I feel like last week it was right around the same time when you were making a point that he left.
I just did that for comedic effect. / I need
Uh-huh.
a drink.
Oh, all
All right, so what's going on with Destiny? Their next event, the Sweetheart event, whatever it is, the Valentine's Day event, Crimson something or other, I don't know. Who gives a shit? Anyway, this go around,
Arguably
This
the clan's
go-round.
#1 fan of Destiny. He's like, whatever,
Uh-huh.
shit.
He's still playing, so he's still in it. I mean,
I'll check out the Crimson event just so I can have something to talk about on here.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, because none of you guys talk about it.
You'll
he's doing it for you.
you'll dip.
He's
your
not doing
pool-
it for him.
You're gonna dip your toe in the pool of acid just to let us know that it's acid.
Yeah,
Lovely.
pretty much. Like, hey guys, it still sucks in here, but
You
yeah.
get pimp slapped. You're like, thank you. May I have another?
So yeah, so this Crimson event, apparently nothing is behind the Eververse wall. You can get every single thing, every item, every emote, whatever, through
They're
any
listening.
in-game activity.
Okay.
There are some specific things that you have to do, like I believe one of the emotes or one of the sparrows is a nightfall. Like you have to do a nightfall and finish it in time, and then you get the emote. So it's good that they do now. They have the clan whatever for the nightfall where you can go in and basically matchmake. So if you're playing by yourself, like it appears
will
I
be.
You can go in and get it done
shit.
without having to actually go in there by yourself and get your face smashed in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to sweet talk me a couple of days ago, and I was like, nah, man. Nah, I can't
I'm
do it,
hunting
bro.
monsters over here.
Like,
Hunting
yeah.
monsters, motherfucker.
What's he over here? I'm in Asteria. Hunting
And
monsters.
I've been playing Hunting Monsters or Monster Hunter Worlds, whatever. Yeah. We'll get back to Monster Hunter Worlds and all the weird ass names in it, but we're still on Destiny. So, what else is going on with Destiny? The Nightfalls. The Nightfalls are getting revamped. They're basically trying to take the standard Nightfall and cross it with Destiny 1's Prison of Elders point system. And take away the actual timer. There will be a timer, but you won't get kicked out of the Nightfall if you don't beat it at the timer. You get less points, you can still run through it, and you can still get your rewards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's February 27th.
So
They're going to vote on it.
all in all,
And,
some positive changes. You know. It's
I mean,
not.
And I'm glad to see Bungie and Destiny going forward, actually listening to the community after they're telling them, hey, this is shit. So I do like the fact that they're moving in this direction and not just abandoning it like everybody said they should, and start working on Destiny 3.
I don't think it's a game that needs to be abandoned. I mean, it's a juggernaut of a game. You can't just drop something like that. But does it need to be tweaked and fixed? Of course it does, right? So
yeah. Well,
and
hopefully it's not too little, too late. Who knows?
That's kind of what you're hoping.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to use a good example, look at Siege, right? And the Division. I haven't gone back and played it, but I've spoken to a lot of people who've played the Division.
Yeah.
Recently, and they said it's fucking like a totally different game.
But I feel like you just said...
It hurt me too bad, man. It hurt me too bad.
Me too. I'm not going back.
You just said Rainbow Six Siege and the Division. Rainbow Six Siege, it had its problems.
Yeah.
But Division was a trash fire, and so is Destiny 2 right now. So you can't put Rainbow Six Siege in with a trash.
No.
There was a little
trash fire.
What I'm saying is using that as an example of look at this trash fire that they fixed. Right? Mm-hmm. They put out the trash fire and then they rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Right. The Division was a trash fire and they allegedly fixed it. Now speaking from third party knowledge, but I mean that's what the community is saying, is that it's been completely fixed and it's a totally different game now. So at least Bungie and Activision have got the fire brigade out, right? So they're there with the fire trucks. They haven't necessarily turned the hoses on yet, but they realize that there's a big fucking trash fire. So they're starting to see that, I think.
That's good. And
is Aaron going to chime in here anytime soon? I don't think he said anything in like the last 10 minutes.
Destiny shit.
There we go.
Zing.
We don't like Destiny in Northern Ireland. We'd rather shit all over it. It's burned me too bad. And I'll say that's honest truth. Although, in fairness, man, they'll be getting a fucking bullet in the post any more of that shit. Fucking right. No, and seriousness, haven't said that. See, for all the dumping that we've done on it, we played a shitload of fucking Division.
So much.
We played the ass out of that game.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe just to see what they've changed. Like how much.
It was the same shit over and over again.
Well, it was, but like, I'm not saying that because we all left it at the same time. We got bored with it, like. But I mean, we did play that hard. We give it a lot of shit, but we played it hard.
Yeah, we did play a lot of it, and so it's not like a off the cuff kind of thing, like saying it's a dumpster fire. It was a fucking dumpster fire.
That was a fiasco wrapped in a turd, wrapped in a baby diaper full of fucking Indian food shit. It was terrible. God damn.
Yeah, it was not good.
But the last point I want to make about it, though, that they're trying to bring in is, do you remember in Destiny 1, they had unique rewards on the strikes? Like you could get that helmet if you took out the certain boss.
Yeah, like the guns and stuff for like what was that, like the revolver and shit you could get?
Yeah, there was a scout rifle and there was a helmet and there was a band for the Omnigul run. Omnigul. Oh,
God,
actually, Omnigul was the first time I met Sith Aggressor.
Was that?
Yeah,
I was randomly.
That was the very prototype Misfit Brothers right there.
Right there.
Omnigul.
I was doing Omnigul, and I dropped into matchmaking, and he had his mic on, and I had my mic on, and I was like, God damn, man, it's good to play with somebody that isn't a jackass.
Little did you know you got one anyway.
But they want to bring in unique rewards. They said a stretch goal is to have unique rewards for the Nightfalls. So if you get in there, you might get a unique reward, and that unique reward will be a little tiny baggie with Bungie's logo on it. They're going to fill it full of shit and catch it on fire at your front door. Stomp on it.
I know he was trying to say unique, but it really sounded like you kept saying eunuch. And I'm like,
eunuch.
He needs a eunuch reward? Somebody's going to chop off his balls? Or what is that?
Here's your reward.
That's how he felt after he got it.
Oh, well.
One thing I would really like to see in Destiny, they brought back a lot of weapons, and they have not brought back my favorite. And that is the fucking Suros.
Yeah.
Where is my goddamn Suros regime, you sons of bitches?
Love some Suros.
Bungie, the man has spoken. He wants a Suros.
Listen up.
What's next?
And in more news, Metroid 4 Prime.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah. Fucking.
Fuck. Oh.
You just nerded out so hard your camera went out of focus.
I know.
The camera
I
couldn't
know.
focus on the nerd. It was like,
I read this on a tweet this week at work, and I fucking shit my pants. I like jumped up and I was like in my cubicle and I went, yeah. Everyone
They
thought
showed
I was
it, like-
fucking nuts, but I did it anyway.
right at the end of like E3, they showed just the Prime logo, didn't they? And they were like, at the end of E3 last. Yeah.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, they showed the Metroid Prime logo at the
Okay.
end of E3 and didn't say anything else about it.
Okay,
And they were like,
all other things have disappeared because of this.
and I mean, they say
Well, yeah,
maybe
sorry,
we're-
yeah, it was announced at E3 last year. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just, the logo.
Yeah, and they said maybe released in 2018. And Eurogamer also says that lead development is Bandai Namco Studios in Singapore.
Guess what team is on that?
What
The
team is
former
on?
team of Star Wars fucking 1313 that got shut down. That Star
Oh, really?
Wars open world adventure game that they were going to do, which
Yeah,
sounded
yeah.
fucking badass from what the shit that you could find and dig up on it. And then
Yeah.
it got shut down. So all those
Yeah.
people got shifted over.
Man,
So-
the trailer
okay.
for 1313 was really good.
So
Really loved it.
So the idea of that team going and working on a fucking Metroid,
Yeah.
it's gonna be amazing.
And you know what? President Mitsuki Taguchi said it's a shame, but we didn't think that the Switch would be accepted as fast as it is. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
guess what,
it
bitch?
seems
It's
like he
amazing.
wanted to push it sooner, but it was like, you know what? We're going to give the Switch a little bit of time. But
No.
we talked about that before, like how the Switch just hit.
Yes, they just hit.
Well,
They released fucking smash. This year they need to like last year they went bang. Here you go. We ain't fucking around. This isn't the Wii U. This is
No.
Nintendo's back, bitches. And it
Mhm.
was, and it is. Now they need to let the slow burn happen, right? We had the fucking mega year, and everyone's saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
Nintendo needs to come out swinging and have a big mega year." No. Slow burn. Drop the Metroid. Drop the Yoshi. Drop the
Yeah.
Pokemon tournament. Maybe a Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
You know, there's some Wii U remakes coming out, like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and shit like that. Let that stuff simmer. Let that go, right? And then elongate the whole thing. Let it go for
Yeah.
years and years and years, right?
Yeah. I mean, they've already thrown gas on it, and it's burning mattresses. Just a huge fucking fire now.
I
mean,
think it's an apartment fire.
and it really is. all you need to do now is just fucking stoke it a couple of times
Yeah.
now, and it's good. It's
good.
golden. It's running.
Yeah.
So
And-
what you're
Uh,
saying is I need to skip buying a gun and go buy a Switch. Is that what you're
Fuck
trying to
yeah,
tell
That's
me?
funny.
Like right
Skip
now.
buying a gun, like you're going to do that shit.
Yeah.
Text,
and
I'm
like,
going
you
to
know-
skip this gun thing.
Yeah, they they might kick me out of Texas for
That's it.
saying shit. Like
exactly.
that.
And meanwhile, you're
Man,
going to be like,
You don't need one. Go get a
to
Switch.
briefly interject, because you brought him up there, I actually seen it. It turns out that Mario's a fucking animal abuser. Did you hear this? Did you read this?
No.
Man, did you know that he spent the entirety of them games donkey punching Yoshi in the back of the head to
Yeah,
get
there's
that
a whole
tongue to
song
come out?
about it.
That's fucking serious.
Yeah. There's a-
I only read this today. It's like,
Oh,
are
yeah?
you serious? He donkey punched Yoshi? That's fucking
I
hectic.
did read that they brought up the Mario nipple thing again.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
What's the deal? Oh, so just a bit of backstory on that. So when the trailer dropped for Odyssey, that was like kind of the highlight of it. Is everybody started going about, oh, Mario's got nipples now, because there's this part where he doesn't
no
have a
belly
shirt on,
button.
and no belly button. He's got nipples, which it is. Like, I didn't even didn't even notice it in the game. So it's not even. It's fucking negligible. But now it's back. I guess.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much everybody's kicked up a fuss about it. And producer Yoshaki Kazumi said the subject of Mario's nipples and belly button is something he never expected people to take interest in. But
Yeah.
you know they're going to. And it was like
It is the internet.
Along with many things
Yeah.
he said about it, he kind of said that he made like a reference to Kyle XY. Do you remember that show?
Yes, yeah.
Kyle XY, he was a
Oh,
clone.
Yeah, he was a clone built in a
Yeah.
factory lab, whatever, and he didn't have a belly
Yeah.
button, right? Because he wasn't
He
born.
didn't have a belly button.
Right.
So I'm like,
yeah.
Mario
He still had
clones?
fucking abs, though.
So-
God damn, you see.
So what you're saying is the person who designed Batman Forever designed the new Mario? Is that what I'm understanding?
Joel Schumacher came out with
Yeah.
nips.
Nipple protection? Oh yeah.
Nips.
That's it.
Yeah.
He'll have nipple protection on them dungarees of his, like,
There you go.
And,
fucking sorted.
I seen that you guys
No
were
titty
talking
twisters
about,
here.
You guys were talking about Toad,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it was a discussion
the whole
about
Toad
Toad.
thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's an argument between me and Wolves about Toad. He thinks Toad is a toadstool. I say
Mhm.
nay. He's a little Mushroom Kingdom person with a fucking
Yeah.
toad hat. Because
Right.
that's been proven. He takes his hat off in
Yeah.
the animated series and he's got a bald fucking head.
In the animated
Yes.
series, yes. But
Yes.
I read an article today that says Nintendo confirms that
That's
Toad's
his
hat is actually his head.
Yeah, Nintendo has confirmed that
That is Nintendo confirms.
I remember
Really?
what you're saying. I hear
Yeah,
you. I
what
hear
it
you, man.
says.
I remember him having his hat taken off and his
Yeah.
hat blowing up and him fixing his hat.
Yeah.
But I guess
I
that was his
seen
head
the picture.
coming
He
off.
looks
Where
like a
were we?
little Goomba. He looks like a
This
little
was,
Goomba without
on
his
the
hat.
5th.
Yeah.
That was the 5th of this month. And this is from comicbook.com, talking with Nintendo producer Yasushaki Kazi, whatever the hell, and straight up says that is his head, not his head. What? If you want me to say your name right, fucking make it easier, all right? Why not, like,
Wait a
focus
second.
on- call me
Never mind
fucking
that.
Yoko.
Never mind the cultural differences or anything. Just fucking
Wait
straight
a
up.
second.
If you can't change your name to American, don't
He
have a
goes
name.
off. He goes off on Australia last week. He alienates all of Australia, and now he's working his way. No,
Who
man,
cares?
you gotta pump
Again,
the
they're
brakes,
not
man.
real
You can't
people.
alienate
No
the
one
whole
cares.
world.
No one cares.
Oh,
God,
The only
everyone
people that
group has an
care
asshole.
are Australians,
He's
and
ours.
they don't matter.
this is voodoo. But yes, if you want your Mario with his nipples out and no belly button, you can buy it at Cascade Kingdom for 1,000 coins in the game. So go look at his non-belly button and nipples. I mean, you
Way
can judge
ahead
it.
I got so
You
I
already
got,
did?
well no because I got the 10,000 coin or 9,999 coin fucking skeleton suit.
Yeah.
And I had to grind for that. So now that I have that, I don't wear anything else.
Like you would.
Fair enough.
I mean, if I had the skeleton suit, that was it.
Yeah,
Then
it
game
takes
over.
a fucking
What?
bastard long time to get 10,000 coins.
Does he still have his Mario hat in the skeleton suit so he could still throw the hat? What does he throw? His skull?
No, it's like a
Pretty hardcore.
no, it's just like a skeleton suit, and yeah, it's still the hat.
Yeah.
But the hat's changed, but it's still he still throws his hat.
All right. Okay. So, Fortnite hit 3.4 million concurrent users, and
And
Yeah.
the server shit the bed.
And it fucking broke.
Did shit the band.
They never.
And they can't,
they're like, we can't do
from
this.
what I
This
was
is
reading,
PUBG
they
territory.
can't actually. They said that they can't keep up with it. They said that they're sorry. It's unacceptable. And
Look at our riches.
but like they says they're working on it. But apparently it's just became so popular with that battle royale now that they just can't keep up with the server demand. So for now, it's not going away.
Well, I mean,
It's
when
going to
you're
be an issue.
When you're dropping Terra down to go, fucking like you're saying, sorry, we're giving you all the money back
Mhm.
for that game, and
Yep.
dropping it into fucking Fortnite.
Into the servers.
Yeah, well, they obviously didn't drop it into the servers because there's no money left for the servers because you gave all the money back.
Yeah.
See, that is one game that I'm kind of, I wouldn't say sad because that would imply that I have emotions, but I guess I'm disappointed that we're still not playing. It was really, really fun. I know Skitzo hated it because
So a
he's
lot
a
of
fucking
people are hating
weirdo
on it.
anyway.
A lot of people are
I'm a
hating on
fucking
it for the
weirdo here.
same reason I hate on it, which is the weird ass fucking graphics. Like, I mean, I get it; it's epic. That's part of the. That's the way
It's
the game
supposed to be
is.
cartoony.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
cartoony, but PUBG's so not cartoony.
PUBG's just better, man.
It's
just
I'm not even
better
talking about the
everywhere.
battle royale. The actual storyline game itself, it was fun.
It
I
was.
love the
wrong.
mechanics of it. You got to go loot before you fought. You got to build all your shit that you wanted. Fucking have it up.
I mean, you have the right to your opinion, but it's wrong.
What is
These
it?
are-
4.3 million users are all wrong? Yeah, go
Yes.
fuck yourself.
They are.
3.4.
whatever.
Don't be dyslexic. on that one.
3.4.
Me in Australia say
I don't
fuck you,
remember
Voodoo.
what it was.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I would say PUBG would steamroller every day of the week, and then back again.
I'm
It's just
not putting it
better,
up
man.
against it. I'm just saying it was a good game, and I'm kind of disappointed that we all stopped playing it.
I'm disappointed it's
Yeah,
not
well.
PUBG.
That's it.
I'm gonna. You know what? It needs to be said. I'm gonna say it. Fuck PUBG.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
no!
No,
edit that
Voodoo.
shit out.
You see,
Eat it.
Whoa!
you can offend the Australians and you can offend fatbirds, but if you're going to go after the
Yeah.
PUBG community, you're going to get
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
Y'all can have it. It's not for me. At least for now. I'm just not gonna buy it. I've got other shit that I'm playing right now, and yeah, I'm probably just not gonna buy it.
What's up next in the news?
Well, next we're gonna throw the flux capacitor in, and we're gonna get us in that gray car,
Oh, yeah.
and we're gonna
DeLorean.
we're gonna gun it to 88 because
Time to go
sometimes
retro.
no
All
yes.
right.
Tell us a little story. Tell us a little story.
You want a little story? What do we? What do you want to hear about?
I'd like to hear about
Want to hear about Mario 2?
Mario 2. Yeah, I think it's time we talked about
Mario 2. So Mario 2's actually got a kind of a weird little story to it. Mario 2 is not actually Mario 2. At least the Mario 2 that we got. And again, gaming historians got a really in-depth, detailed kind of version of the story. So I won't go into all of it just for time's sake. But essentially, Mario 2 was too fucking hard. It looked exactly the same as the original, and it came on the Famicom Disk System. This guy right here. This is Mario 2.
ooh,
This is the actual Mario 2.
I've
So-
never seen one of those before.
Yeah, so this is part of my
Yep.
Sharp Famicom Twin setup. I have a whole bunch of these games, and they're really cool. So once Mario dropped, which was massive success in 1985, and actually the #1 selling book that year was actually a strategy guide on how to beat the game. That's how big this fucking thing was. That was in Japan. That's how big
Nice.
this fucking game was. It was nuts. So of course sequel is inevitable, right? So they want to challenge players. So essentially, Nintendo goes back, original design team, say make it harder. They made it fucking hard, like fucking hard. So they send the game over to be tested out by a North American game tester as part of Nintendo of America. The game tester tests it and goes, "This is like goddamn torture. Why would anyone play this? This is fucking nuts." So he gave that back to Nintendo of Japan. They went, "Oh fuck, we need the North American market to really accept this game." So they were in a bit of a crisis. So at this point in time, there was a festival on the go, which they were asked to make a game about, and that game was Doki Doki Panic, basically.
Panic. Yeah.
It's got a longer name, but anyway, Doki Doki Panic is the kind of internet name of it. I bought the game just to see what it's like, and it's exactly the same as Mario 2, except it has the dream characters in it. And they're basically Middle Eastern-based characters. So anyway, Nintendo made this game for this festival. They didn't own the rights to the characters, but they owned the rights to the whole game. So they changed out all the characters and changed out some of the gameplay, and then they released it as Mario 2. And it's literally a reskin of this game with a few minor differences. Some upgrades on graphics for the slot machine at the end and stuff like that. And some waterfall graphics look a little bit better and things like that. So anyway, they released it as Mario 2, and everyone fucking shit their pants, said this is great, but it's so weird, it's so different, right?
Yeah.
This actually wasn't even mentioned until I think the mid to late 90s in a Nintendo Power magazine, where they were actually, I think it was the mid 90s when they released Mario All-Stars, and they actually had a little tiny blurb in the bottom, and it just said, "Hey, we had Mario fucking Lost Levels, and here it is." That's actually Mario 2. That's all it said. And then they referenced Doki Doki Panic. So, if you've ever played Mario All-Stars and played the Lost Levels, that you've actually played Mario 2. That's the real Mario 2. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, you play and you're like, I'm thankful for Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah, exactly. so flash forward to 1992. The game was actually so fucking popular that they released it on the Famicom in Japan as Super Mario USA, which was our Mario 2, but not their Mario 2, and that's how the story goes. And then, and it's so fucked up. Right? It's and it all started with one guy playing the game and saying, "Yeah, we're not fucking good enough to play this." I don't think that's an issue anymore. They just release whatever the fuck because they know we're a little different now.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to actually have a game.
So what you're saying is,
what am I saying?
Yeah.
I think he's
Texas? What has happened? Has he finally?
He's called himself in his own fallacy. He can't get out.
My controller died. I didn't touch the button.
Shut it down.
Oh, God. I thought that was
Shut him down.
No. So back to it. So what you're saying is fuck that guy. Fuck that one guy who said I can't do it.
No, I don't think so. I think it went the way it should have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Well, if that dude is still alive, sir, you are an American, not an American.
And woo! Let's get a moment for that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the Retro Rewind. If you haven't played Mario 2, you must not have fucking electricity.
You don't.
Everyone's played
Yeah,
Mario
you don't
2.
play video games.
You don't play.
You like video games?
But
I guess you don't.
If you are in video games and you haven't played Mario 2, go fucking play Mario 2. Seriously.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, get you some Doki Doki Panic. Get on that.
I played through it. It's cool. It's It has a save system. You have to beat the game with every character to get the actual full ending.
I like the princess. That was my favorite character. She could fly.
Floats.
Oh man,
she's weak as shit.
And
Yeah, but she like shoves toadstools up her dress and shit, doesn't she? When
What?
This is not a Doki Doki Pornic. It's
like I remember, like when she would like jump onto shit, she would like pull it up like under her dress.
and she get the little signs over her head, and she was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I didn't dream that, did I? I remember this, right?
Maybe you did. Yeah.
I'm not doing
Wouldn't
it
put it
justice.
past
So, I'll give you the real name. The real name is Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic, also known on the internet and the collector world as Doki Doki Panic. The direct translation is Dream Factory Heart-Pounding Excitement.
Yeah, and you know what? At the end of that, when he said just a dream, fucking hate that. Don't you just a dream me. If I'm investing myself into a world and I'm going to play that game, and that game took a little while to finish for New Warps. I see you been say something, but I need to fucking let this out. Don't fucking just a dream me. I have an issue with that just a dream shit. If I'm putting time in, you better damn well at the end of that give me.
Let's clarify. He's not talking about Dr. Martin Luther King here. We're not trying to offend all the black people.
No, what I'm saying is,
he's just upset that Mario was dreaming.
Super Mario 2. When I see that he was laying down, it was all a dream. I was like, what the fuck? If I'm watching
that
a
was
movie,
all rewritten, eh? That's all part of the game for just
yeah.
Mario.
That's when you said Dream Factory.
Doki Doki Panic's not like that. It's actually Doki Doki Panic is two kids that get sucked into a book.
To throw it back to the 80s, they Dallased you is what happened.
Yeah. Mario wakes up in the shower looking at his new nipples and it's like, fuck me, that was all a dream.
He was like, "Where's my belly button?" And then he walked out and there's like 3 more of them in the room. Fucking great.
Yeah, you have like Super Mario 3 Mario, and then like Mario 64 Mario, and then like Mario Odyssey's nipple Mario, and they're like, oh my god, it's a Mario alternate universe.
Have you ever seen that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie where they go back into these different dimensions and they're in all these different alternate Earths? Yeah. And they find the turtles, they find the original turtles, and they find the turtles we're used to.
Yeah.
They all go back to like the original Eastman turtles. And when they go back, it's black and white. They're in a gritty New York. And the turtles come down. When turtles come down, they're like, how do you tell each other apart. And they're like, we're brothers. And I was like,
crazy.
I love that, man. You met all the old turtles, and they go to the turtles we're used to. You know, the late
great
80s.
series. Yeah.
They went to the late
cool.
80s one, and they're taking on all these weird mutants. Like there's a mutated pizza slice and shit like that. And they're like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, I never seen
What is this?
Pizza the Hut.
That's
Check that
that
shit out.
series for Michelangelo. He went to the place where the Technodrome is, and he's like the smartest fucking guy there. Like it's like a complete role reversal, man. It's great.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Last minute, like breaking news that just came out today. New Xbox update.
Oh, what is this?
So it's not. I'm just reading it here because I haven't had a chance to read it. Basically, not totally a visual makeover. It's basically small changes to the game hubs, the do not disturb, inactivity options. Next achievements have been changed. They basically, next achievements work similar in the way of ease of access, but instead of giving you all the information you could possibly want for the game, so it essentially boils down to achievement hunting. So it goes after those people who wanted achievements. So it's going to clean that up a bit, and then it sorts them in common, rare, most common, most common, rare, highest game score, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've polished that up.
Yeah, check out my EPeen.
Yeah. I tried to be an achievement hunter for a while because I wanted to be.
Yeah.
But it's too fucking hard now. I can't. We don't play a game like just due to what we're doing now and the nature of our game ADD anyway is that we play too many games, so it's impossible to do that.
Well, it really depends on the game. Like I'm gonna guarantee it right now for hopefully when Borderlands 3, I keep bringing it up, I'm going to 100% that game if it fucking kills me.
You're gonna 100% it plus rare achievements.
Everything.
Do it all. Do it all.
Every
there.
single
okay.
fucking thing.
All right. Do you want to lay down a bet?
Oh,
Sure.
You want to lay her down? All right. So we'll have to live stream it. We'll have to figure out the details, but we're gonna have to do some sort of actual content for it because that's gonna be awesome if you can.
But what's the bet? What's the bet?
It may be
I don't know. I'll
eventually,
think about
but
it.
Okay.
but I will do. I did
Can
that
be
with
eventually.
Borderlands
We'll
2.
No. We got to figure it out with timelines and make it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Can't just
Well,
say-
if it's anything like Borderlands 2, where I have to make like every single character to finish out all the achievements, then I mean, you got to give me a little time here.
Ooh, sounds like you're reeling back a little bit now.
No,
What's that?
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
I
oh,
see.
here.
But I might have to play the Ultimate Vault Hunter playthrough all the way until on one character, and then have to go back and do it on another. So that's going to take me a little bit of time.
Just to finish, we'll get into that. We'll try and figure that out. But just to finish the
All right.
Xbox update, instead of turning it off after 1 or 6 hours of inactivity, you can now choose to have it automatically switch off and save some power for 2, 3, 4, or 5 hours, and then you can go back into it.
All right.
It's pretty lean. Pretty
Save
awesome.
power for what? Like saving the world and shit?
Yeah, like
I don't know about
green,
that, baby.
green fucking energy and all that.
Yeah, and you know what?
Because
I'm going to have to go out now and burn some trees. See?
Yeah.
You
Well,
just
trees
fucked
are
up.
trees are a renewable resource.
excuse me.
Yeah?
Yeah, you
To
just
briefly
plant more.
interject, actually, I read something pretty cool yesterday in regards to energy.
Oh.
Apparently, I know it's not gaming related. I apologize for anybody watching this. I just thought it was cool. But apparently, they're starting to try and get a technology from the 1960s up and running again that burns thorium, which is basically like a lot of the nuclear waste,
Thorium
and it's
Yes.
100% clean. Has no fallout potential, any of that sort of stuff. What's it called? A molten salt reactor or something like that there, man. And they're saying that this thing could be like the cure-all to the world's energy crisis.
Yeah.
There's so much thorium in the Earth's crust that it could power it for tens of billions of years.
So you're saying I
So there you
should
go.
not be a petroleum engineer anymore?
No, not. But well, like petrol.
Shit's
like
about
you
to
can't-
bottom
you
out
can't-
on you, man.
No, you can't put it in your car or something. But like in regards to like the fossil fuels and
Yeah, you can
stuff like
still
that,
power
man,
a
that's
city
some
with
pretty
it, sure.
badass. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember reading about it. Something like 1 gram of thorium could power a city for like 100 years or something like that. It was something ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
a lot of
awesome.
gaming.
Yeah,
It's a lot of gaming.
LAN party.
Yeah. Citywide LAN party.
wow. Speaking of throwing it back right there. Good lord.
Somebody
I can't
bring
remember the last time
Unreal
we actually
Tournament.
did an old LAN party.
Xbox
man.
One.
Halo. Yeah.
It was probably between Xbox One and playing Counter-Strike on fucking PC.
I used to do it for Red Alert. Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer?
Holy
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's
land
way
at 'em.
back.
Oh yeah.
Such a game.
Yeah.
You know what my strategy was in that game?
What's that?
My strategy was to get as many troops as possible. Just build troops, build troops, build troops, and then take all of my troops and run directly in one form all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And you know what happened?
You got ran over by a tank.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every single
That's
time.
what happens. Yeah.
But I did the same thing over and over again. You know, some might say something about that, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. What else we got?
Such a game.
What else we got? Well, I think we should throw it over to Sith and have a little talky poo about some Netflix. What you got to talk
What's
about?
going on Netflix World?
Well, I mean, I started work this week, so I've been tired and haven't been putting in a lot of Netflix time. But I watched the film. I know, man's got to live. Like, I watched the film yesterday. Can't even remember now. Called Origin Wars, and it was pretty shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So no,
so don't watch it.
I watched
Like
it.
did you drop a 1 star on it?
no. I mean, I'll be honest. It looked nice. It looked really nice. But the story, it was a real schizophrenic story. You know what I mean? It was like jumping backwards and forwards. You know, and like I don't know. I find it kind of hard to get invested in. So origin story. It's rated 92. I don't think it's worth 92. Like that's the honest truth.
Cloverfield.
However, Cloverfield. Now that's something I could talk about because I've been watching quite a lot of conspiracy stuff on it. Well, conspiracy stuff on it, more like people's ideas of like what it means and explanations.
Okay.
And pretty interesting how it's all roped together, like explaining about how his hand was able to write and stuff. How they were able to find the
Yeah, it's almost like they're kind of
compass.
trying to create their own cinematic universe where
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't necessarily, spoiler alert, it doesn't necessarily, each one is independent of the other, but not necessarily is, because there's things that happen that tie them all together, and there's like last names that tie together, and the running theory that I've heard is that, and I agree with, is that it's a multi-universe kind of thing.
Yeah.
So all these things are happening in rifts in time and space.
There's also,
go ahead.
There's also websites like before they released Cloverfield, the first one and the second one. There was a website that appeared, and supposedly John Goodman's character in part 2 actually worked at this company that posted like emails and stuff like that.
Japanese oil drilling company.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff you could find out was it originally was, the idea was that they had drilled down and disturbed Clover, which is the name of the first monster. Turns out now that basically J.J. Abrams came in and decided Cloverfield Paradox was originally called God Particle, and it was slightly changed at the end. But J.J. Abrams got involved with it. Apparently, he changed it so that he could bring the films together. So all that stuff that you found out before is now a bit null and void, really. Although the company, they make like different things, like like slushies and bobbleheads and stuff, which are in all the films, which sort of tie them together that way.
Yeah.
But the idea is that each film is set in a different reality. Like Cloverfield 1, for example, it's set in the universe where they never had an energy crisis. And then Clover, it appeared as a result of them using the Shepherd in Paradox. Cloverfield 2 is the same sort of thing. There was no Clover monster. It was just the aliens that came through from the Paradox again.
Yeah.
And again, like as you see in the Paradox itself, they like sort of blended universes together for a while. That's why everything was going wrong on the station. So they're reckoning that the new one that's coming out is going to be what's it called? Overlord, Cloverfield Overlord. It's going to be called, and it's going to be set during the Second World War.
Oh, okay.
And then this is going to be another thing from like another bit of fallout from the Paradox. So I don't know, is it going to be like super Nazis or super Russians or something like that, or you know what I mean? Sounds a bit Wolfenstein from what I can pick up from it.
Are they gonna reel in the zombies aspect of it, the Element 115?
Possibly, like, it kind of sounds a bit like maybe Wolfenstein, or maybe a bit like what do you call that game that was on PlayStation? Resistance, Fall of Man, something like that. So it'd be interesting to see.
I tell you,
what I mean?
I'd like to hear more about 115. I know you know a shit ton about it there, Voodoo. But you know what? That is content out the ass, and nobody ain't getting that in this one. They're going to have to wait for a future one, because Voodoo knows some interesting shit about that Element 115 that is fucking awesome.
Definitely a segment for another podcast, for
but
sure.
You got to wait for that one. You got to wait for that one.
Shit is fucking crazy.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
Speaking of crazy, we got a Venom.
Oh, yeah.
Taste of Venom.
God. It's time, man. It's fucking time.
The first time talking about demons and struggles.
The first time I seen the first Spider-Man movie with that Toby Maguire dude, I was like, you know what?
Down the street, Maguire.
I was like, you know what would be great? You know what would be great? If I got to see a Venom. And I was like, if I got to see a Venom, and that shit from that 70s show, that don't count.
Topher Grace.
And then Topher Grace showed up and said, "Hey, I'm Venom."
No, you're not.
We discussed this on our Discord channel a bit, and I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know how I feel about Venom being played by Tom Hardy.
Why?
Because I don't know. That's not what I was. That's not what I was expecting.
What a lovely voice.
Lovely.
So he's gonna be playing Wayne and Venom. Yeah, all right. It's happened before, but I don't know.
See your symbiote. I will need it.
I think Tom Hardy be good, and I hope that they have.
I'm hoping he's great.
I'm on board, man. Just hearing him talk and knowing that Tom Hardy can immerse himself into those types of roles, fucking hands down, he's gonna be great.
I was actually reading up a bit, or actually watching a couple of videos on YouTube. Sorry, about Venom.
Reading here.
There is a little bit of spoiler, so if you still want to hear it, well, actually, you're going to hear it anyway, so they're tough.
Fuck you, all right?
Apparently, Carnage isn't going to be in this movie. He may appear at the end of the movie.
That's all I want.
That's all I want. Just a little.
But he won't be a main character. They're saying that.
No.
Here.
Yeah, that's it. Because there's again, they made a good point. One of the videos was watching saying like a lot of the super movies at the minute are putting out characters which have pretty much a straight opposite. Like, you know, and the last thing you want is Venom coming out and then coming straight up against Carnage, because where the fuck are you going to go from there anyway? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he's somebody you want to get a bit further down the line.
Yeah, it was the Luke Skywalker and Force Awakens theory. That was the argument for having him right at the end, is that they said they wanted to develop these new characters and show them off, because they said once fucking Luke shows up, it's the Luke Skywalker show, and it's like, oh, he's superpower and blah blah blah, and then fuck these characters, right? So
I gotta tell you, if I see even a redheaded actor at the end of it that's acting a little bit crazy, and you see like a thing on it like criminally insane, you see Cassidy or Cletus on his thing. Anything that's all I need.
That's it.
That's all I need.
From what they were saying, again, it's not confirmed because nobody actually knows 100%. But apparently, there's footage that shows Eddie Brock in prison at the end of the movie, and then it shows you possibly Cletus Cassidy. So
would be great.
That's all I need.
Might be a Tom Holland cameo-ish kind of thing, I heard.
Okay.
So there might be a little nod to Spider-Man, or a little mention that he at least exists in that universe, which ties this to the MCU, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And since Disney nearly owns everything,
did you boys see the Deadpool 2 trailer with Cable?
Yes.
It looks fucking sweet.
Absolutely fucking the best trailer I've seen this year.
I think we all owe Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds a lot of fucking thanks. And you know what?
If he didn't get
yes,
he got
Green Lantern.
He got shit off. For
if
that,
he didn't,
he was designed to play this man. His whole character is Deadpool.
Yeah,
he's just playing
come back. If he didn't come back and he didn't fucking push Deadpool, we wouldn't have the way movies are running right now. They're like,
he threw up a lot of his own money for that.
Yeah, and I mean,
because he was like, no, we're going to make this. We're going to make this the way it should be.
Yeah.
Instead of that Wolverine Origins bullshit.
The door is open now. I mean, we got to see Logan, and Logan was great. And we got this.
Logan was amazing.
And it shows that the two styles can exist. Like Thor Ragnarok, I've watched it 3 times. And I mean, that's more of a family. It's not super family oriented, but it's way more than where Deadpool went. And it shows that it can exist in both places. It depends on the characters.
It took, I mean, you talk about changing styles up and making it fresh. They took Thor because Thor was like, I am Thor. And it made him, lighter and a little bit more, it's not as rigid. It's, have some fun with it. It's okay. It's okay to have fun.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you make it good, don't fuck it up. I mean, you're allowed to twist the story around to make it fun, right?
Let the characters dictate where we're going to go with the content. It's like, if you're going to take a Deadpool, you couldn't throw him in a soft world. It had to be a Deadpool world. If you're going to go in with, can you imagine if they throw X-Men in a world that we're used to reading in the comics and the shit that goes on? Can you imagine watching Wolverine get his adamantium ripped out of him? That comic was brutal.
Yeah.
And I was like, come at me with that. That's what we want. We're at, all of us, this whole community of nerds, we're all at that age where that's what we want. You know?
I was listening to IGN podcast on the way home today, and they actually mentioned something like that, where do that with the Fantastic Four, because there's a Fantastic Four unbelievable on something like that. Anyway, basic gist of it, Dr. Doom is tired of getting beaten by the Fantastic Four, so he goes to the pits of hell and makes a pact with these demons to get this ultimate magic power that he can kill them with the snap of his fingers. But his trade-off is that he has to kills what he loves the most, and it turns out what he loves the most is his ex-wife. So he goes to her with this pendant and says, I'm sorry for what I did all those years ago and blah, blah, blah. And I'm also sorry for what I'm about to fucking do. And he snaps his fingers. Yeah. And her skin fucking rips off and then goes around him armor. And it's all these fucking runes and jewel armor and stuff like that. And she obviously dies. And then he goes and fights the Fantastic Four. And then they obviously have to try and figure out a way to beat this ultra-powered Dr. Doom. That shit. See? Make that. Right?
Yeah, come at us with that. Yeah. Don't come at us with a YouTube vlogger that goes to another dimension or some shit. Don't come at us with that. That's what the last Final Fantasy The last Fantastic Four. The last Fantastic Four had one of the main character, I believe it was the Torch, Human Torch, was a YouTube vlogger. And I was like,
I stopped trying to like Fantastic Four.
I don't know, man.
See, the thing about I was watching a bit of Comics Explained, and talking about this. A big shout out to both channels because they're awesome. And if you like comics and like me don't have access to them, they're brilliant. Definitely check them out. Yeah. But what they were saying in regards to the Fantastic Four is you want to keep them on the back burner.
Yeah.
Do all your X-Men movies and whatever else you want, but keep the Fantastic Four out of it for now, because Reed Richards, when he appears, that's whenever shit's going down. You want to keep him for some big event.
Yeah.
For sure. Instead of trying to make Silver Surfer or some shit like that, or that fucking first one. I mean, Galactus is a giant fucking cloud. What sort of madness is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Galactus is not a giant cloud.
No,
Galactus is a giant dude.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No way.
In other movie news, we are 2 months and 10 days away from Super Troopers 2.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be Mounties.
Yes.
So great,
I know.
so great.
It's gonna be a full-on border war.
Oh, it's so great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Broken Lizard. I mean, they make great shit anyway. Even their shit that wasn't good. There was Club Dread, was one they made.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't that good, but it was still good because it was Super Troopers and they know comedy.
You just know they had to have it in the back of their minds of we got to make this shit good. If we make a terrible movie, it's fucking over for us.
It's done, yeah.
But you know that you can tell by just hopefully they didn't give away a lot of the good shit in the trailers. Really hope that. But you could tell that they just took the original formula and they just changed a few things, but nothing core, and they just brought it back again. Like they even did the meow thing again, except they're Mounties on horses, and the guy that they pulled over before that did the meow with was like, I met you guys before. You kept saying meow, and they're like, did we? You know, it's just do it all over again. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Repeat, rinse, repeat that shit.
Han Solo trailer.
Oh man,
You know
I'll
what?
wait for that.
I was fucking scared of this movie. With all the turmoil that went, the original 2 directors got shit-canned. And then there was, like, apparently they're bringing an acting coach for the fucking main character. Yeah, I was like, oh, man, no, it's going to be all fucked up. And then I seen this, and I seen Danny Glover as young Lando and all this.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, yes. Like, it just looks, it looks like a.
Wait,
What?
Danny Glover?
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon?
Yeah,
No.
that's his son.
Donald Glover.
It's his son, isn't it?
Son, Donald Glover.
Donald
Okay.
Glover. Sorry,
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is his son.
Right, yeah.
Danny Glover's son.
He's also he's got a
Young Danny
rap
Glover.
thing,
Slash.
and his name is
I was like, man, that dude's still alive. He's old as shit by now.
It wouldn't
he's
be funny.
He is
he's
still
way
alive.
too old
Yeah,
for this
wouldn't it be
shit.
funny if he like played old Lando in this, like Lando's dad? He's just like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
Like
just
a
keeps
really,
walking
like a really
around.
old pimp, like.
Yeah. He's just like, Lando's like, well,
Too old for this
and
shit.
he's just like, God damn it, Lando, too old for this shit.
You know, he didn't actually say that. That was a misquote.
What?
He didn't actually say I'm too old for this shit.
No.
If you look back, it's one of those things that everybody remembers, but didn't really happen.
Mandela effect on us.
Yeah.
All effect.
It's that's the Berenstain Bears moment right there.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
did he actually say?
You know what? I'm drawing a blank here, but I know that part of it. I'm at 50%.
50%.
Hold on. I'm gonna continue talking. I'm gonna have to Google
Google
this.
that shit.
Google it up. Google.
I'm pretty sure that I remember him saying, "I'm too old for this shit."
You're going to be disappointed.
That's what I remember.
And I mean, either way, it's entertaining for everybody. I mean, you know, either you find out that it was something that didn't happen, or Voodoo gets to say, "Fuck you, Skitzo, you're wrong." Either way, somebody's going to be happy.
There you go.
In fairness, Voodoo needs a win. He got his ass kicked on the arm wrestling earlier on. Skitzo demolished him.
Oh yes, I. You know what? I'm the reigning champion of fucking arm wrestling.
He is.
What did I say?
It's ridiculous, man. Like I can't beat Skitzo. I can beat Voodoo, but I can't beat Skitzo, and I definitely can't beat Terry. I don't know what it is,
Do you
man.
want me to show you the?
Yes. Show us
Show us
the
the
turbo
secret.
fingers.
Do you don't want me to show you the secret?
Yes.
Okay, hold
I
on.
want to see what the secret
Be right
is.
back. 2 seconds.
All right. So just a little bit of a backstory. In Monster Hunter World, when you go to the Gathering Hub, which is the top floor, if you're playing with people, they won't be in your gathering in your hub area below. They won't be there. But when you go up to the gathering area, everybody's there, and there's a few things for you to do. And one of the things for you to do is the arm wrestle because there's barrels there. Now, I've taken on Voodoo and beaten Voodoo, and everybody and Sith has beaten Voodoo. Voodoo hasn't beaten anybody yet. Just throwing it in there.
He's like for
6
everybody.
6-0 for Voodoo, and then 6-0 for Voodoo again. But for some reason, Digital is a motherfucking machine.
Okay, do you want me to show you? Seriously?
Okay,
Demolishes
I
me.
googled it, and IMDb says he indeed said, "I'm too old for this shit," and I'm getting too old for this shit.
Boom. There we go. I knew it.
Both.
See? How do you
Okay.
feel, Voodoo?
I will show you.
Vindicated.
There you go.
Vindicated,
Perfect.
sir.
You're
I will
welcome.
show you on the original. This is what I learned this trick on. Okay.
Okay.
This
Yep.
is how this works, and this is in fact.
Pay attention to Voodoo. You need this.
Okay, you ready?
You can kiss the fattest part of my ass, sir.
You don't have a fat part of your ass.
Yeah, it's right here on the underside of the cheek.
Okay. So.
I know you can't see.
So
I'd show you.
the backstory on this trick is a friend of mine. We were playing Primal Rage, the dinosaur fighting game.
Whoa, such
Oh
a
yeah.
On Super Nintendo. We're playing Primal Rage, and he has a turbo controller, and there's a move that I don't remember the character's name that does, and if you hit the turbo controller, it was fucking, you'd basically just die. So he'd flick it all right over to turbo, bam, hit A button, you're fucked. So I said, oh well, I have to figure out a way to, because there was only one turbo controller, and I had the regular controller. I was like, okay, we've got to find a way to beat this. So I developed this technique, and this was totally purely by accident. I had no idea I could do this. Didn't take very long for me. I think some weird ungodly fucking. This is like my X-Men power that I didn't know about, and it just awoke in me when I. It's like I'm like a new mutant. Like I woke up one day in my adolescence, and I was like, holy shit, I have this power.
I can press this
I can
button
press
really
this button super
fast.
fast. So what you do? I'll show you sideways just so you can see it. What you do is you take yay finger and you put it here on your thumb. You take yay
Okay.
finger, put that on top. Okay. You go here. I'm gonna have to do it kind of like that, and then you go.
Yeah. Dude, look, this is the way I do it. I hold my fingers like this when I'm doing it, and I go like this.
Yeah,
Like
but
that.
You
That's-
do
that's
this.
the way.
You do this. You got to go on the button,
See-
and then you got to go.
So,
It's like a support thing. I support that finger with that finger. Yeah, man. And fuck. You know what? If somebody came in here that it didn't understand what was going on, they're like, "What? What are they talking about right now?"
You can't really
See-
see it. It doesn't do it justice, but yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. You just go.
You can only do it for a little
See, I
bit.
don't
Like, I'm not as
understand.
young
I
as
don't
used to be,
understand
so-
how I'm losing then, because I've even done the sliding, the sliding across the button trick,
one?
and I haven't beat fucking Skitzo. It's bullshit.
Yeah, no, the slide.
Yeah.
No, this
Yeah,
is this is slide across. This is faster than that. This is faster. I actually beat like fucking computerized turbo. That's what that can be.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you know what?
like,
And
Yeah.
I know that has annoyed Voodoo, and I will never take him on again in arm wrestling. He will not get any satisfaction. Undefeated.
Until you fight me, and then you're defeated.
Oh well, I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
taking
well,
you
that's
on
hilarious.
anymore.
All right.
You're something wrong with you.
One more trailer to talk about. Infinity War fucking Super Bowl spot.
nice.
Got to see a little Iron Man with old fucking Doctor Strange.
People actually watch the Super Bowl?
Allegedly, a lot of people have watched this.
Only for the commercials.
Only for the commercials and the trailers. I actually didn't watch it at
And
all.
the
I
occasional
watched the
upslip.
trailers. I
Just
watched
so you
the
know,
trailers
most
pop
most
up
of
live.
America just wanted like a meteor to come down and take out the city of Minnesota, so nobody would actually win that game.
Well,
And did you?
the team that should have won that game,
Or said city of Minnesota, state, whatever.
whatever it is.
It's not a real state because it's not Texas.
That's right.
Exactly.
Texas is all
That's
that matters.
one of Texas'
That's right.
49 other bitches. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, we got anything else?
No, we're.
Can I
driving,
briefly
man.
interject?
I feel. Yeah.
Black Panther. Holy shit.
Yep.
Getting,
Holy shit.
I haven't seen it. Getting reviews up the fucking wazoo. Is it out?
Oh, dude. I don't know if it's out yet, but like the trailer from it, like the trailer's fucking badass. Like,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
it's so good.
reviews on it are it's getting like perfect scores. Apparently, it is fucking absurd how good it is.
Yeah.
And you know it must be good whenever Death Battle released Batman versus Black Panther, and Black Panther ripped his fucking head off.
Yeah.
So that's how you know
Yeah.
shit's going down.
I love how it's being coined as the first black superhero.
Yeah, it's
Wrong.
I'm like, what
fucking-
the? That is.
Yeah,
has
it's wrong.
anybody ever
So
seen
wrong.
Meteor Man.
Blade?
Yeah.
No, Meteor Man is a comedy.
That's the
That's
first
the
superhero
first-
movie. That's
No,
the first
man.
black superhero. If you want to get caught, fucking start getting all fucking technical. That
It's the
is
Wayne's brothers, man. That's the.
first
It's
one.
superhero.
It is.
No, Blade, man. It's Blade. Blade was serious. Blade went in there. Blade was Marvel. so I can push that even more.
Deadpool is Marvel and also not fucking serious.
But Ryan Reynolds is not black. Where are you?
It's like,
what
damn
are
you and your
doing
logic.
here?
Meteor Man is. And it's just as not
You took the
serious.
core that we're talking about and went, oh, well, fuck that. No, man. Blade. Have a poll for it. Who believes it? Blade
We'll drop a
or
poll.
Meteor Man?
We'll drop
Don't
a
look it
poll
up. Fuck Google. We're gonna
drop a poll on
poll
Twitter.
this.
We'll drop a poll on Twitter. We'll see. What the fuck?
Yeah, we'll see. Come at me. You know it's Blade.
I don't know if it is.
Hey, yo, I got to tell you, I've ranted so much at this episode. I'm tired, and I'm not going to rant about anything else because
There's no
I feel
Skitzo's rant?
that I think I've put my. All right, I'll give you a little piece.
The whole episode's been a Skitzo's rant.
It has been. But a little piece is. Hold on. Let me find my area.
You'll
Netflix?
back up later.
Netflix, you are doing shit right. You know what? Altered Carbon, so good. Everything you're doing is so good right now.
Speaking
So
of-
good. You can't come in and rant. We've agreed on this.
I know. Go ahead. I'll hold it.
Sit down, Terry.
I'll hold my thought. Go.
My next rant, digital.
Go ahead. Netflix doing shit right.
Digital manners.
Netflix, you are doing everything that we want to see. Where you're giving us now, it's not just like straight in your face nudity and gore and all that shit for no reason. You're putting it into stories where it fits. You're making it so we're immersed into that environment, in that world 100% because it's gritty and it's real. And you're doing it. And everybody else, they're not doing it. So Netflix, I mean, I love you. I mean, that's all I got to say. I mean, everybody else, I'm not even going to say get your shit together because I don't give a shit. I got Netflix.
Here's the.
That's all you need.
They do need to bring Danny Masterson back to the ranch. Otherwise, that entire series is done.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a new series of the Ranch out? Is there?
They're on, 4 right now? But I
Yeah.
think he gets kicked off in this next one
Yeah.
that they got upcoming.
It was all about the core dynamic of the brothers, and it was all about Sam Elliott and all their interactions. And I mean, without him, it's really you're pulling the card. You're pulling the card from the base of that house, and I don't see it working. Sorry about that,
Fair
Digital. You go ahead now, buddy.
I forgot my thought,
Did you?
but I have another one. Yes, I have inhaled.
Okay. I have inhaled.
The remaining, let's say, traditional outfits out there, with YouTube and Netflix being the juggernauts that they are, someone has to be shitting their pants. Like, someone has to realize that dropping like American Idol again, or equivalent bullshit, garbage television, ain't gonna cut it anymore.
Nope.
Right? It's just not gonna happen, right?
Changes.
And it's good because it only cost me $15 a fucking month.
And it only cost me
You're welcome.
Digital $15 a month.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's what happens when you buy a family 4K package.
I've even got the little tiny icon when I go in there. It says Digital. I think it's Digital's father. I think his woman's there. I think his name might be there. Right in the middle, it says Skitzo. And
Yeah.
my picture is the guy with the one eye, the weirdo.
Yeah. My wife,
You got your own folder?
yeah, my wife every time is just like, what? Who the fuck is this guy?
Uh-huh. Great.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
God damn.
That's you know.
Do we have anything else?
I picked
Nothing else?
I picked up a game that I haven't played in a while the other day.
Oh,
It was a Xbox 360 game. I know you guys see me play it from time to time. It is Sid Meier's Civilization Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that game. And it's been so long. I believe that was the only Civ game that was ever on any console. And I just wanted another one. I know they have Civ 5 out right now. They're giving it high reviews. They're saying it's so great. Why the fuck don't we have that on console?
Because traditionally real-time strats like that, which are few and far between now, but when Civ came out and, Dune, Call of Duty, fucking Red Alert 2, Command and Conquer. That's what I was thinking of. Games like that were predominantly on PC because it was designed to be played on PC, and that kind of shit doesn't translate well to console. And if you've ever played, if you've ever played the original Command and Conquer on PlayStation versus PC, it's no fucking contest, man. Like you can't. It's just designed for mouse keyboard, right? So that's why I think
it was so great. I mean, it was good enough and had enough people backing it that they put it on the backward compatibility list for the Xbox One.
No, it was, yeah.
So I mean, that to me should say why wouldn't we put another installment on it?
Because Revolution was a consoleized version of the game, right? It's a simpler version. That's why.
Do it again.
I think. Do it again.
Do it again.
Well, I suppose it just boiled down to popularity. I mean, like, how well did it do? You know what I mean? Is it worth the while doing
I played it? It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's just not a full Civ game.
Yeah.
I think now that it's probably going up around 4 o'clock in the morning for our Northern Irish friend over there. I think we should.
I'm starting to feel it. Like,
I think it's time that we wrap this one up.
And it's only 9 for me.
I got to go monster hunt.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm up for hunting one more monster before I go to bed. It will be written out too. Like,
that's what we're going to do.
All right, you talked me into it, you sons of bitches.
Some Monster Hunter. Keep an eye on the Twitter all week. We'll be dropping little tidbits, informations.
Visit the email. Send us questions. newsinvadersnews@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes. And I will definitely be reporting on this Destiny event coming up this next week, letting you all know how that goes. I'm not giving up on the game quite yet, but
sucker for pain.
I know. Shut up.
A beating.
God.
I'll check it out. We'll talk about it, even if it's shit. No punches are pulled here.
Cool.
All right.
Until then, I say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Yep. Everything. And, we appreciate it greatly.
Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yep. And we'll see you next week. This is News Invaders.
Peace.